Return on investment. In business, it's the measure of success. At Richard Ivey School of Business, it's our bottom line.
What I was hoping to achieve out of Ivey was just to get a better appreciation of other parts of the organization, marketing, delivery channels, and human resources.
I eventually moved to the public sector and found myself facing a completely new environment, a new way of thinking and a new way of doing business.
There was this constant pressure of how do we have growth in our business, how do we keep our expenses and our productivity ratios as low as they are. So any way of trying to find a better solution to doing things, a quicker way of implementing some of the strategies that we have is a good thing. And that's one thing I was looking for here.
The demographics around the world are causing a shortage of up-and-coming managers who can be the senior executives and the leaders of the future. And finding a way to take people and accelerate their development into senior leadership positions faster than ever in the history of business is a major challenge.
For more than 80 years, Richard Ivey School of Business has distinguished itself as a global leader in advanced business education, with campuses in Canada and Hong Kong.
We are doing lots of executive programs with global businesses in Europe, in Hong Kong, in Latin America. That really keeps our faculty in touch with the very best of businesses around the world and with these best practices that are so critical to the development of today's leaders.
Today, with its unique case-based learning method, Ivey has been ranked #1 in Canada for its combined open enrollment and custom executive development programs, year after year.
I think when we look for individuals to come to programs, and this would be primarily the open enrollment side, we're hoping that they come with an open mind about learning something new, about challenging themselves, and that their perspective is going to be one of appreciating the value of what others have gone through.
We have to drive people up this mountain from knowledge to skills to judgment to wisdom. It's the essence of development.
Ivey's Executive Development Program makes its home at Spencer Hall and Conference Centre in London, Canada. Freshly remodeled meeting and guest rooms, world-class dining, and its many leisure and fitness facilities make Spencer Hall the perfect refuge to relax the body, challenge the mind, and revitalize the spirit. Whether it's an executive development program that lasts 3 days or 3 weeks, Ivey's unique approach to learning gives you hands-on experience in a supportive environment.
In order to make our programs practical, relevant, grounded in the kinds of situations people face daily, we prepare these things we call cases. They're not stories. They are actual problems faced by actual decision makers. And we use them as a vehicle to challenge people, to help them learn different ways to deal with information and to take decisions.
You really have to focus on what the issues are. And then once you get into your smaller groups to discuss it, it's amazing the different perspectives and different ideas that other people have.
The answers we got out of the study teams were a lot better than when I sat in my room reading through the case myself.
But at the end of the day, I think people learned that they have to adapt and they will have to be good at leading and following.
Ivey's leadership in case-based learning is only half the equation. The other half is Ivey's full-time executive development faculty members who bring the school's curriculum to life. As professors who actually write many of the cases they teach, their insight and experience adds unparalleled depth to the understanding of best practices they bring to the classroom.
And they bring the experience from their own day-to-day teachings, their day-to-day consulting.
They have done an amazing job of presenting their own disciplines, but at the same time, they're able to draw on the other disciplines and highlight how it all comes together.
We have a faculty who are on top of best practices, whether it be in North America, whether it be in Europe, whether it be in Asia, and are interested in helping managers learn those best practices and be able to apply them back on the job.
Providing a truly global perspective means having a global presence, which is why Richard Ivey School of Business operates on 3 integrated campuses across 2 continents. Big thinking isn't foreign to Ivey. It was the first North American business school to establish a campus in Hong Kong for its now well-established executive MBA program. In addition to its award-winning open enrollment courses, Richard Ivey School of Business is consistently ranked best in class for its custom and consortium-style executive development programs.
We've taught the Ivey Executive Program since 1947. During that time period, people have moved from the more general management education to needing much more specificity. Customized programs allow an organization, first of all, to have a long-term perspective on development. It also lets them talk about confidential information and cases that are developed specifically for their needs.
We do about 6 to 10 consortium programs a year, which typically involve a unique set of about a half a dozen companies. People like HSBC Bank, Sun Life, Citibank, Mattel, Manulife in Canada have found this approach particularly effective for both developing their managers as well as exposing them to a small set of other leading-edge organizations.
But when it comes to the bottom line, the best teacher of all is experience. Experience you acquire through the program, your Ivey teammates and faculty, for 17,000 Ivey business graduates in more than 75 countries around the world.
HR departments want to be comfortable that it fits in well with the kinds of learnings that the organization thinks are important. And we also want the sponsors, who are usually the line managers, to be able to say, this person came back and was more productive.
The way it's presented here was very easy for me to go to staff and to other groups and units I work with and say, hey, here's this great template to allow us to analyze this issue a little bit better. I think that return on investment is probably even paid off for itself as we speak.
But most importantly is impact. We want that program to leave you able to do things differently back on the job.
The experience and confidence you gain at Ivey starts making a difference right away.
Since being back from Ivey, I believe that I've become a better team leader as I have a stronger appreciation of the benefits of a team and drawing information from people from different disciplines, different functions, different areas of the bank.
Going to Ivey for a focused period of 3 weeks really crystallizes the main aspects of leadership. Every leader at every level, be it a director, a manager, or a dean, can learn and can apply these principles.
The program is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to meet a lot of interesting colleagues. You'll develop a network for the rest of your life. You'll be stimulated. You'll be excited.
In a way, this is a luxury cruise. Not that you're going to sit back and relax, but the luxury is that you will have a week, 10 days, to actually think about what you're doing instead of just doing it. And for most people these days, that's a luxury.
You leave Ivey with a sense of energy that there's a lot more I can do, and that this has given me skills and knowledge that I can use immediately.
It really challenges your idea of excellence in the way we do business, in the way we interact with each other. Excellence transmits very strongly throughout.
Find out more about our executive development programs, schedules, and custom learning opportunities. Call or contact us on the web today and see what Ivey can do for your bottom line.